the sharing flower. We will all collaborate to create a single flower. It will be a special kind of flower that collects lots of knowledge about us and our families and cultures. We will kindly share and be respectful. To make it, we will need to use math and create and continue patterns. Let's challenge ourselves. Each petal of the flower will be about a topic that we will select and will grow as a math sequence. Let's start, and good luck to all. Hello, mentors. Let's talk about this activity in part 2 of meeting 1, which is called the sharing flower. Let's see how it looks like. So it's in essence a game with no winning team or winning partner, but more like arts, like create something meaningful at the end, and really enjoy the process and also the result. So each player starts with a total of 6 cards. Of course, if you have maybe less students, you could maybe do a little more cards. If you have a lot of students, maybe you can cut to maybe 4 or 5 cards. So you can have some flexibility, and maybe in coaching, we can talk about it. Let's say we start with 6 cards. Some of them will be blank, so that the student or the player at any time can write any number. Some will be actually filled with numbers, and they're actually two faces, right? So these are two-sided cards. So if I look at the back of these cards, maybe I can see some new numbers in this. So these were just blanking one of the side. And maybe if I flip this one, I can look at other numbers. So we'll get these cards. This gives a lot of flexibility, but also kind of the joy to really play a card that had already a number recorded. So you get this wow moment that it actually fit in a sequence. And how it starts, this is totally collective. You start with a cup or some object in the center of the table and take turns. The first turn, a player will pick one of the 7 themes, which you can take a look, of course, in the student workbook. Stories, names, aspects, phrases, people, activities, or family. They'll share something about that. So here's people. So people you admire in your school or community. So the student could share about a teacher or about some family members or even about a mentor that they already have met. And then play any number. So this is the birth of a sequence. This is the first turn. And now maybe another player would like to play here and continue this sequence. Maybe they already have a plan. Let's see what happens. So you keep going, right? Another player opens the family theme, plays a 3, of course, shares about family. Another petal is created, 5. So far, we just have baby sequences, very small. So of course, this will get more interesting mathematically as one petal grows. So far, that hasn't happened. Okay, here's something that happened. A new player played a 4 inside family. That player needs to share something about family. And of course, maybe wants to share a little more about people, so you could bridge between people and family. So don't be too strict about, oh, you have to share about something in the family. It's more like, excuses to share about culture and get students talking in meaningful ways, right? So there's an expectation to talk about the themes, but you don't have to be like 100% strict in that. Be flexible. Okay, this is aspects, this is stories. So here's how it goes. Okay, a player just played an 8 here in people. So you could think that this will be maybe a grow by 4 sequence. We'll see if it is or not. Now a player just played the 3rd card inside one petal, right? So this player, once you have the 3rd number in a sequence, that player must kind of declare what's going to be the pattern now on in that sequence. And so here, 3, 4, 6, the player cannot just say that it's growing. So that's very vague pattern, right? So it's more like property, but not a definite pattern that helps you build just one sequence. But they could say it's going to grow first by 1, and then by 2, and then by 3, and so on. So the next card that you should put here should be a 6 plus 3. So a 9, right? Because 3, then grow by 1, 4, grow by 2, 6, grow by 3, 9, and so on. What could happen is that maybe when a player plays a 4 card, they could kind of change the pattern. It's totally fine as long as it fits the previous sequence, right? The previous initial terms. So it's more about, creating interesting patterns, and you can propose a new one if it still fits. Here, 8 is played. So I wonder if it's going to be a Fibonacci or maybe an arithmetic. We don't know yet, or something else. Okay, a 2. I wonder if it's a constant sequence, so nothing doesn't grow or anything like that. Okay, it actually grows because another player played the 3rd card, and it's gonna declare it has to find a pattern. So this is a perfect opportunity for a Fibonacci pattern. So this player declares that any card has to be the sum of the previous 2. So the next should be a 6. This player plays an 11 and also says the same, right? That it should be the sum. Oh, actually not, because it actually plays the arithmetic, right? Because it's plus 3. So it's going to say this is going to be an arithmetic sequence. So this is how it goes. The 9 is played. This is an arithmetic sequence. So you want to see your numbers as a player and try to look where it will fit, and hopefully get a lot of joy if you get to follow a pattern. Another was turn. This is really long, the 2, 2, 4, 6, 10, this Fibonacci sequence. And so on. This is continuing. When does the game end? It really doesn't end. It could continue forever, right? Because sequences are like that. So you should really give that concept. We could be playing this forever because a sequence really doesn't need to end, especially those that follows these patterns. And that's pretty much it. On the cultural side, let's give some quick tips also. Promote the use of respect and kind words. So this is really an activity because everybody's sharing, where you should remember and remind students that this is a core Mathsio value. Help students get started because some themes may be harder than others. And then the enrichment homework can help you get there and can help you anticipate and get a starting list of that. Connect, connect, connect. So you just return to comment things that students previously shared. You see, you make it more like a conversation and not like just a game where you have to focus on this sequence. You can go back and forth and comment, like do a lot of meta comments. Why did you play like that? Okay, or what are the difference between these two themes, etc. So that hopefully models deep thinking. Dig deeper, look for culture, community, and stories. So go beyond just surface sharing. I mean, that's fine, surface, but try to dig deeper so that kind of by the end of the flower, everybody's sharing much deeper stuff in a respectful way. And give choice flexibly. So you can create even new teams or allow more than one students to share each round if they really want to share. Just moderate, right? Just make sure you have a good time management. So maybe 2 at most. And then preparing well with commentors and being flexible are not the opposite, are actually friends. So if you prepare extra well with flexibility, then you will adjust easily based on how your students will respond. Of course, you cannot plan for everything, but the more you anticipate and you kind of run it into your head and into your mind with your commentor, then it's gonna be a better meeting. So hopefully this helps, and good luck playing the activity and have a lot of fun. See you later.